Well, the men's 1500 metres, the athletes out on the track now, the blue ribbon event perhaps of many a championship. A lot of European interest in this. Henrik Ingebrigtsen, the bronze medalist in European Championships last week, and his younger brother Philip, who took the title in Amsterdam. Igida is in there, a sub-330 man. Makhloufi, the reigning Olympic champion. Mo Farah, the European record holder. Asbel Kiprop, the outstanding world #1. This race includes just about everybody. The Olympic champion, the world champion, the European champion, the European indoor champion. 6 men in this field have broken the 330 barrier. The first 4 from the World Championships last year are in this race. Kiprop, Manangoy, Igida, Makhloufi. The 330 barrier has been broken on this track for each over the last 4 years in the Stade Louis II. Steve, fascinating race about to unfold. The wind is very, very gentle, conditions good.
Yeah, I'm just chuckling a little bit there. Mo Farah is wearing a speed suit for the first time, and he was fidgeting and pulling it.
Well, I'll tell you what, last week at the Olympic trials in the USA, we were chuckling because people were wearing speed suits, and at the same time they were wearing about £1.50 of gold around their necks.
I thought you were going to say, well, yours would be a couple of £1.50 around our tummies. That's why we don't wear speed suits. But yeah, well, I mean, maybe that's an indication of what Mo Farah's expecting. I was chatting to him last night, and he was saying, because I'd spoken to Kiprop, and I will just break off for a second. Silver back in the pole vault, 471, first attempt. Ah, yes, well, Silver all of a sudden coming alive here. After having looked in a bit of bother at 465, the world champion, as I said earlier, making it look all so easy. That puts her in the lead at the moment. Diminutive figure from Cuba, so strong, very gymnastic, very quick. A little round of applause for herself.
Well, let's go back to this field now. Philibert Thiboutot of Canada, the recently crowned Canadian champion on the inside. Carvalho, second in the European Championships in 2012. Bethwell Bergen has good strength, 13 of 4, 5,000 man. Philip Ingebrigtsen, we rocketed past there. There he's just going on a shot to the right of picture at the age of 23, running a 51.5 last lap in Amsterdam last week to take the European title. Halusa, Jakob Halusa, European indoor champion last year, disqualified in the European Championships in his heat for pushing. Makhloufi there just being shifted by Manangoy, but plenty of smiles there. Manangoy second recently in the Kenyan Championships in Eldoret, and the World Championships silver medalist. Finished fastest, actually, catching Kiprop down the home straight in Beijing last year. And Kiprop, well, a man who knows how to win this race again and again. Indeed, he's won here for 3 of the last 4 years, is Asbel Kiprop. They're third to left in the blue. His last lap in Beijing last year, 51.5, having been 10th at the bell. He just oozes confidence. Here we go. We're looking for 150 at 800 metres. It's predicted to be incredibly quick. Well, away they go. There's going to be some stragglers suffering in the latter stages of this one if they all go with the pace. The 2 pacemakers, Kivuva and Rotic, have been tasked with going out in 150 for 800, 217 for 1,000, which, Steve, you were saying earlier to me you thought was perhaps a little bit too fast.
Well, on paper, it doesn't even look right, does it? To go 150, you probably head out first lap a bit quick, settle down second lap, and then they're expecting them to pick up again through to 1,000 metres to go through in 217. I can't see that happening, and particularly because it's going to be down to Kiprop. Now, he set himself up. I expect him to get out there hard, but I think it's that third lap when he will find out whether he really fancies it. Makhloufi just almost stepping on Mo Farah there, and that's where the gaps start to appear. And then Kiprop is maybe challenging the others here tonight, Tim, to say, I'm going to go out really hard, and then they're probably thinking he'll come back to us on the third lap. If he does, he may be in trouble. If he doesn't, then we're going to see him doing what he does best sometimes, showing us how fast he can go.
Well, there's been talk of a world record attempts, and certainly it's being set up for that so far. 53.7 at 400 metres. Kiprop was probably about 54.5, maybe high 54s at 400 metres, just about perfect. It is Kivuva in second place, and Igida isolated there in fourth place of all of them. Makhloufi trying to close him down, but look at the single file there, that strip of runners way back along the home straights. They come through with 2 laps to run. And Igida has good 5,000 metre strength. He's a sub-13 minute 5,000 metre man. Makhloufi struggling to go with him now and close that gap. Mo Farah yet to show his colours, is back in, what, 8th place at the moment. Farah, who's broken 3:30 twice in this track. Look at the 800 metre time, 1:49.9.
It's quick, but it's what happens now. Look, Igida's closing on Kiprop. Kavuva's looking around. He's tired. He's struggling to keep this going. Kiprop looks relaxed to me, but they will start to close this. Mo Farah, I will tell you, will not stay in 8th place. And as I say, Mo just starting to move up a little bit. And they're all going to come back to Kiprop here. But he's going to think, effort on the 3rd lap for them. I'm having a rest now, a little bit of a rest, and then I go again. But Igida is close, and he's going to have to go hard, and he's going to have to go fast here. Oh, and Kavuva gets in the way, Tim.
The world record of El Garou's 3:26 set in Rome all of 18 years ago. They come down the straight, and it is Igida who leads by 3 or 4 metres from Kiprop. Has he gone too hard over the first 800? Kiprop, because he must have been about 150.2 at 800 metres. Makhloufi, the reigning Olympic champion, in 3rd place. Mo Farah in 5th place at the moment and looking strong as they head into the back straight. But Igida, who's a 3:28 man himself, leading by 2 or 3 metres from Kiprop. Has somebody to aim at now, does Kiprop. Makhloufi in 3rd, and these 3 are away. And Farah in 6th place now, has still got work to do. The rest of them struggling in this pace. The European champion is back in about 8th place at the moment. Filip Ingebrigtsen, as Igida has Kiprop breathing down his neck, coming into the straight now. And running really wide now on the outside, with Igida on the inside beaten. And it's coming away now with this win very comfortably indeed, looking fantastic. Quemboy it was who took the win, my word. Leaving it very, very late indeed. And there are bodies strewn all over the track. The winning time 3:30.49. It just shows, Steve, how delicately you've got to pace these races. When you're operating at the edge of the envelope like that, you've got to get it right. And 1:49.9 or 1:50.3, whatever it was for Kiprop at 800 metres, was just far, far too optimistic. And he will be disappointed with that, won't he? Because he really did expect to run a long way under 3:30 here tonight, and there have been whisperings in the hotel today of a world record attempt.
I think, Tim, we were both saying, if you go out at 150, you're setting yourself up either to run a world record or to get into a bit of bother. And when you slow down so much on the 3rd lap, I think that was his plan tonight. Go out hard, maybe suck the others into that, slow down and go again. But they're coming from behind, and Quemo in particular comes from absolutely nowhere. And Kiprop gives up in the end, which I never like to see, to be honest. We're here in Monaco. We expect great things. We expect great things from Kiprop. We're not always going to get it, of course. But he said to me yesterday he's had a difficult week. He's had problems with his manager, his agent. Back home in Kenya, he said he's been stressed out. But then don't go out at 150.
Exactly.
Don't take the bait. Run a more sensible race, but he's only got himself to blame. He went out hard, and for whatever reason, it wasn't there for him tonight. Quemoy comes through with a win, which would surprise everybody, including himself probably.
All credit to Quemoy, because he looked fabulous there down the home straight. I mean, it looked almost like a tactical race. The speed he was able to generate over the last 70 or 80 metres. 3:30.49 for Quemoy, a season's best. Manangoi second, 3:31.19. Mo Farah back in 5th place, by the way, 3:31.74. I think quite a few athletes had the rhythm of their race upset by that pace being much too quick. And Charlie Grice, by the way, another young Briton in that race, 3:33.60. Confirmation there of the top 8 in the men's 1500 metres. So much promised, but just short of the target there. Quemoy winning a fabulous victory for the Kenyan over Igida and Farah.
Still delivering a few PBs, Tim, as it always does, a bit further down the field, including Ingebrigtsen. You mentioned Charlie Grice. Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it, when we say this is a disappointing race.
Kiprop, 31 points from Anangoi, and Quemoy, it is the Kenyans controlling the diamond race at the moment.